Yo, 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 welcome to another episode of Empire Jeff TV. I am your host, Empire Jeff, coming to you on a Monday from scorching hot Los Angeles, California, man. 108 degrees right now outside my front door. So I'm inside, man. I'm inside, man. I had some things to do today. I got it done early, came home. So we get a little early, little late afternoon stream here today on a Monday. Too hot to be outside, man. Too hot, man. But appreciate y'all tuning in. Little kind of unscheduled improv show here. Didn't get a chance to do a show really over the weekend with college football, NFL, and everything going on, man. I was deep in that NFL Sunday ticket. Hope you guys had a good one. Hope your teams did well. And yeah, we can talk some Los Angeles Dodgers as we head into Monday's game against the scoring machine, which is the Chicago Cubs. We're going to talk about the standings. We're going to talk about the pennant race. But right now, the talk since Friday night was Teoscar Hernandez and that baseball that he took right to his left foot, which I'm not going to lie, I can't hold you guys. I thought he was done. I thought he was done. When he took that ball didn't skip. It didn't bounce. It went straight to his foot. Immediate pain. He went down immediately. Tried to get up. He didn't even look right trying to get up on his own 2 feet stand, let alone try to run along the baseline there and try to think that he could actually go and be on base. That was going to be impossible. I thought for sure, okay, that's a fracture, hairline fracture at the minimum. I'm thinking his regular season at best case scenario, I'm thinking his regular season is done, and maybe we get him in the NLCS or World Series if the Dodgers are blessed enough to make it that far. That's where my thought was. At the time, I thought he was done, man. But it was we got to bless him. We found out early Saturday. Teoscar himself said that X-rays came back negative, no breaks. It looks clean. Soreness was feeling better as of Saturday, and he said that he expected to be back in the lineup by Monday or Tuesday. Now, Dave Roberts said sometime this week or earlier this week. As of right now, he is not in the lineup right now for tonight's game. Looks like right now they've got it listed as Ohtani, Betts, Freeman, Muncy, Smith, Edmund in center field, Lux at second base, Rojas at shortstop, and Chris Taylor. Everybody's favorite, Chris Taylor, is in left field with Walker Buehler on the mound tonight against the Chicago Cubs. So as of right now, there is no Teoscar Hernandez in tonight's lineup. But where were you guys at when you saw that, when you saw him get hit by that pitch and you saw him go down? Like, I thought it kind of took the wind out of the sails from the Dodgers in that game. I think the players thought he was done. I think Teoscar himself thought he was done. Dave Roberts thought he was done. I think the organization thought he was done. And in their heart of hearts, even though they don't root for injury, some baseball teams probably felt a little sigh of relief that this Dodger team had one guy go down, one less bullet in the armor there. So to get that news on Saturday that not only is he there is no fracture, there is nothing broken, he is not going on the IL, but he may be back as early this week and in this Cubs series, man. I will take a moment to shout out Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, man, for becoming a member on the channel. I appreciate you, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Make sure you go subscribe to his channel as well. He's got a show over there. He became a member. You can become a member to the channel for less than the cost of lunch. You could become a member for an entire month. You hit that join button. There's 3 different tiers to pick through. You can also go to the description, and the first link in the description shows how you can become a member. It's a great way to help support the channel. It's essentially like doing 1 super chat a month. It just helps out the channel a lot, so we appreciate it. And speaking of helping out the channel, get your MLB, NBA, NFL gear, and more at this link that we have pinned in the chat. Make sure to use our link to get our special discounts on your purchase. It also helps support the channel. Your order experience does not change other than the discounts that may be presented to you, but the good people at Fanatics will donate a portion to the channel to help the channel for doing business with them. So definitely, if you do any of your shopping on Fanatics, please use our link. You get your deals, you get your items. Nothing changes for you. It just helps the channel out a lot. So we appreciate it. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, I appreciate you. Joe, Mr. Joseph Sorrow is in the building tonight. What's up, Joe? Shout out to Lakers Fast Break. Man, what is wrong with me today? Lakers Fast Break. Make sure to go subscribe to them. Great group of guys over there. Great channel, great show. They hold it down daily, nightly, multiple times throughout the week to catch a show over there. Lakers Fast Break. Mr. Joseph Sorrow is over there as with the Podfather Gerald over there as well, and many, many more. Roy, appreciate you for tuning in, man. Salute to you. Thank you for tuning in. Is Teo in the lineup today? He is not in the lineup today as of yet, Roy, but appreciate you tuning in. Joe says, damn pitchers and their out of control wrist shots. Yeah, man. We just got guys getting hit left and right, man. Tani's been drilled a couple of times. We saw what happened to Mookie. We lost him for 2 months. And again, I was absolutely convinced. These one of those situations where I'm so happy to be wrong, because when he went down, his body language, everything about him screamed, oh, he's out. He's done. Kind of like when Mookie got hit, right? Like you just felt, if that ball would have skipped or bounced before it hit his foot, I'm like, okay, but it just was a direct hit. Like it was a direct hit in an unprotected area, and I thought he was gonna be done potentially for the season. Like I said, I was thinking best case scenario that we would get him back for NLCS or the World Series if they went that far. I did not in a million years think that we'd have him back for this series if that turns out to be true indeed. One Peruvian guy, shout out to you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for tuning in as always. Sunday, what's going on, Sunday? Appreciate you. We got Sunday on a Monday. Appreciate you, brother. Said, yo, Jeff, how was the weekend? Let's get this dub. Hey, man. Weekend was fantastic, man. It was blessed as usual, man. It was great. Sunday, fun day for the NFL return. Obviously, college football Saturday. We had NFL on Thursday, Friday, leading up to that. So no show for me last night, man. I was completely consumed with activities for NFL Sunday, man. I'm telling you, I was up and at it since about 7:30 a.m. yesterday morning for NFL Sunday, man. I got back to the house a little after 10 p.m. So that was a nice little shift and a half on Sunday ticket. So there was no way I was able to do a show last night. I was pretty dehydrated, pretty thirsty. Voice was a little shook. Had myself a fun day yesterday, man. It was hot. It was really hot in LA yesterday. It's hot again today. Like I said, 108 right now. This heat wave, y'all, needs to stop. Like it needs to stop. The summer was pretty calm all summer in LA. And then summer showed up like, I'm here now, and just belted us here in September, man. would have been other than Sunday because of NFL. Today would have been a great day to go to the game. I was looking to go to the whole series if Ohtani was chasing 50-50 in this series. I guess it's possible, but it's gonna be a little hard to expect, like putting a little too much pressure to expect 50-50 in this series. Looks like he may get it on the road. But shout out to you, Sunday. I appreciate you for tuning in. Daniel Berry Sports Highlight says going to tomorrow's game and versus Padres this month. Daniel Berry, although I'm not going today, I am going tomorrow. Got my tickets for tomorrow. Definitely going tomorrow. I'm going to be up there, and I may be going Wednesday as well. I told you I have plans to go to all 3 games, but it's hot, man. Tomorrow's going to be hot, but it's going to be like 8 degrees cooler, and Wednesday is going to be much, much better. So I'm going Tuesday, potentially Wednesday. So I'll be up there tomorrow for sure. Let's see. We got CTO instead of CT3. I see you, man. Roy says Knack over Buehler for the 4th spot. The young arm is ready. Buehler must show consistency. Yeah, Roy. You know what? But I'm to the point right now where I'm like, I'm just concerned with whoever is on the mound at this point with these young guys. I'm just concerned, like, who's going to be the next guy that steps up there and just throws his arm out? Who's the next guy that's going to have an elbow injury? Who's the next guy that's going to have a shoulder injury? Who's the next guy? It's just one after another with these guys. But I'm excited to get Yamamoto back tomorrow. Glass now is looking encouraging. Looks like we may be getting him back soon. But we need Gavin Stone back, and I'm worried we may not get him back this season. Maybe in the playoffs, but we know we lost River Ryan already. We know he's done. These guys have come in and impressed, and then we've lost them. You know what I mean? So we lost Sheehan, we lost him, we lost Dustin May. We've just lost non-stop, right? Like, and the fact that we have, as of right now, before Yamamoto gets activated for tomorrow's game, saw this insane stat. We have 8 starting pitchers on the IL. 8 starting pitchers on the IL. Like that's insanity, yo. That is insanity. Damn. That's insanity to have 8 starting pitchers on the IL, and we still have the best record in baseball. We still have it. So that's just a testament to this team. I know that, I know where, the Dave Roberts fans club is thinning out by the day here, but I feel like he's done a very solid job this year. Considering all the injuries, he's got to complete it. I understand this, but I'm telling you though, this has been a very tough season body wise on the Dodgers to keep everyone on the field, to keep anyone in any type of regular routine, any type of rhythm, to continue that chemistry. And the Dodgers have completely risen above it. And like I said, they go into tonight's game currently with a 1-game lead over the Phillies for the best record in Major League Baseball. And you got to give them props for that, even with everything that they've been through. So yeah, Landon Knack, I think he just lack of options at this point. If Walker Buehler can continue to trend in the right direction, if he can, like I've been telling you guys, and I know that's a lot to ask for these guys, but if one of those two, of Buehler or Miller, can figure it out, we'll be in much better shape. At this point, I just feels like Bobby Miller is just maybe a lost cause this season. Just maybe too much of a head case for this season. May not be able to put it back together. May not be able to get on track. Walker Buehler, I'm holding out hope, man. I just watched that game. What was it? Was it game 7 that Buehler pitched? What was the Atlanta series in 2020 when Buehler pitched? I just rewatched that game the other day, man. It just sucks to see where he is now 4 years later due to those injuries, man, because that kid was on his way to being an ace of this staff, and to see him go down like that and get hurt, that really does suck, man. See everyone shouting each other out here in the chat. Let me mind my business. Appreciate you guys. Let's see. BC says, what's up, BC? Roy Shada, BC. I see you guys. Appreciate y'all. Took a pregame nap, ready for post-game shows. Let's go on, BC. Appreciate you, man. Yeah. I like I said, I'm going early here. Everyone was kind of doing their Laker coverage today. There was some news there. I've still been on my Laker vacation for covering them. That team, I just needed a break from. Almost. They almost got me back today, but as of right now, I've resisted the urge to do a Lakers stream yet. Our plan is to do it in the coming days, maybe sometime around the 10th or after was my plan. So gonna get back to it soon. But right now, this Dodger team is what I'm covering right now, man. But yeah, appreciate you, BC. BC, your favorite CT3, 161 in left field today. Yeah, like I said, I think there's a lot of Dodger fans who have wish that CT3 and Dave Robertson were on the same shuttle or Uber Black or first thing smoking out of town, right? But I'm telling you, man, they're here. We have them. We're going to need them, man. BC says Cubs winning. Do you think the Cubs are going to win? Their offense has been high octane of late. But I think, the Dodgers are going to have to keep up with them runs wise. And they went into Arizona against the highest scoring team in Major League Baseball, and they held their own. And they took that series 3-1. So if the arms show up, and then they come ready to play and keep guys off the base pads and just settle down there a little bit, then if they can win another series. And right now the Dodgers have 7 straight series where they have not lost a series. They should have won 7 in a row series, but they had that one hiccup game in Anaheim. So they have, which was only a 2-game series, or they probably win that series too. So they have won 6 of the last 7 series and have not lost a series in 7 straight series. So the Dodgers are hitting their stride right now as far as winning games. Shout out to Jack Flaherty, man. 8 1/3 inning in 100-degree temp yesterday, giving that bullpen some rest, going out there, doing his thing, getting us that win, grinding it out. And shout out to Kopech for coming in the 8th to hold that down, and then Phillips for closing it out there. But like I said, 8 1/3 in today's day and age, and 100-degree weather out there, where if you saw the camera footage of whoever was pitching, and they showed the bleachers and the pavilion behind the pitchers, there was like nobody there. They were in the building, right? There was a lot of people on site at Dodger Stadium, but a lot of them were just walking through, the areas that are covered with shade, or sitting in seats that weren't theirs that had shade. But I can't recall a time where I saw like literally the whole backdrop of the pitcher and there was nobody sitting in those seats, like nobody. But it was that hot in LA. Summer in LA is not. It's not like it doesn't get hot, but this stuff that hit this week or last week was just different, right? So it's even affecting the games. People were just not out there in those pavilion seats, which is a loud area, and which provides some whole field advantage to the Dodgers out there. So, but there weren't anyone out there during that time. So let's get back to these. Let's see. BC says they could sweep and won't make the playoffs, unfortunately. Yeah, the Cubs, even though they went on that stretch, I think they are still currently. Let me go and check out. What's a good time to cover the standings right now? Because I was going to get to that anyway. So let's go ahead and pull up the standings here. Let's go overall with the NL West right now. Okay, the Dodgers have a 6-game lead over the Padres, 6.5-game lead over the Diamondbacks. I knew when they won that series in Arizona that they'd wrapped up the NL West. The NL West is theirs. Now it's a matter of just getting the NL right now, right? So let's go and take a look at the league right now. The NL is where the real battle is, because the best record in Major League Baseball is kind of lined up to what the best record is in the NL. There's a couple of American League teams in there, but the National League seems to have the best teams right now, and the NL West, man, is just a powerhouse right now. So the Dodgers right now in the National League have a 1-game lead over Philly, 4-game lead over Milwaukee Brewers, who are still chugging along there, man. 6-game lead, like I said, Padres, 6.5 over the Diamondbacks. The Braves, the Atlanta Braves, who I've been saying for weeks I felt might miss the playoffs, and I believe the New York Mets are going to get that wild card. I still do believe that. But right now, the New York Mets are tied with the Atlanta Braves. But look at this, only a game and a half and 2 games back. San Diego's only 2 games up on the wild card. Arizona is only a game and a half up on the wild card. So if one of those 2 teams slip, then you could see a world. I didn't predict this. I predicted Atlanta was going to miss and New York was going to get in. But I can see a world now, and I don't know if this is likely. I don't even know if, I'm not saying I'd put money on this, but I could see a world now where both Atlanta and New York get in, and one of those National League West teams, the Padres or Arizona, slips and has to play at that bottom tier playing portion of it, right? Chicago, as we mentioned, they're 5 games back of the wild card right now, 13 games back, and even though that they've been scoring a ton of runs, they are still 5 games out of the wild card, and I think they are 6-4 in their last 10 games. So they're not going to gain much ground playing like that, just unfortunately. And like the Cardinals are 1 game back of them. Again, just no chance there, right? Dodgers won 7 in the last 10, Philly 7 in the last 10, Milwaukee 5-5 in their last 10, Padres 5-5 in their last 10, having lost 2 in a row. And the Diamondbacks are 4-6 in their last 10, even though they just won their last game. And then you got Atlanta 5-5. And the reason I keep saying the New York Mets is because they are 9-1 in their last 10 games. I think they're coming for that wild card spot. And while their schedule does get tougher, Atlanta does not get healthier. So I think New York is getting in. I've been saying Atlanta's going to miss. Maybe, just maybe, San Diego or Arizona fall out. But That's a little stretch. I don't know if I would put money on that, but this pennant race is piling up here. So now let's go ahead and let's get overall MLB here, and it kind of lines up the same here right now, except the Yankees, Baltimore, and Cleveland kind of get sprinkled in there a little bit. Same lead here. Dodgers 1 game over the Phillies, 4 game over the Brewers, but they've 4 games over the Yankees right now, who are the top team in the MLB by a half game over Baltimore. So it looks like right now, if this trend continues and if Philly and LA keeps up their pace, it's looking like it looks like home field in the World Series would be with a National League team if it's the Dodgers, Phillies, or Brewers right now to come out of it, right? So right now the Dodgers, you got Baltimore there 4.5 games back. Cleveland, who the Dodgers just won that series 2-1, which is, like I said, nothing to sneeze at, man. You have the Cleveland Guardians here, who are a top-tier team in baseball at 81-62. You just 2-1 them, and you should have swept them. They should have swept Baltimore, and they should have swept Cleveland. But shoulda isn't about baseball. You got to do it, right? They were very capable of sweeping both of those teams. They just didn't do it. So they're sitting right there. But the Dodgers, it's looking like it's going to come down to a battle between the Dodgers and Phillies. But the Dodgers have to stay a game up on them because Philly owns the tiebreaker. So in order for the Dodgers to get that top spot, they have to finish a full game ahead of the Phillies. And right now they are 1 game ahead of them in the loss column. So let's just touch on the wild card right now in the AL right now real quick. And that is Baltimore is 5.5 up on the wild card. Kansas City is 2.5 up. You got Minnesota in there 3.5 up on the streaking Detroit Tigers, man. Who would have thought, a month ago that the Tigers were going to be in possession to battle for a playoff spot? Trading away Flaherty, one of their top guys, and making some moves, and still holding on for chance in an MLB playoff berth here at this point of the season. So, Barry said, let's meet up, baby. I'll be there, man. I'll be there. I know if you follow me on any socials, on IG, Empire Jeff TV, on Twitter at Empire Jeff _. I also have 2 IGs. I've been pushing the channel IG more, which is at Empire Jeff TV on IG, but my other one is Empire Jeff. But right now on Twitter X at Empire Jeff _. So just message me, Daniel Barry. Like I said, I'll be up there. I'll be up there tomorrow night, and hopefully the Dodgers win indeed. Let me see. StreamYard is not showing me the emojis here. The BC did. But appreciate you for posting those up there. He says Buehler needs to dominate today. I don't know if we're in a world where we can expect domination out of Buehler. I don't know if that's realistic. He needs to compete today. He's going up against a team that's been lighting it up offensively, not winning a ton of games, but lighting it up offensively. So he needs to. I've been saying this when it came to Miller and Buehler. Get us 6. Give up 4 or less. I mean, I think at this point, obviously, you hope a guy can give up 1 or 2 or shutout, right? But I don't think that's realistic expectations for someone like Buehler and someone like Miller. Right now, give us 6 innings, give our bullpen a chance, give up 4 or less runs. And it's crazy to say that, but his ERA is in the 5s. But his last 3 games, he's been teetering in the right direction. If he can continue to do that, maybe give up 3 today and continue to drop that ERA some. I think Walker Buehler in the 3-4 range is something we can live with considering the bats that we have. So if he can just keep us in the game at that point, like this team has scored 10 runs multiple times over the last couple of weeks here, keep them to 4 or less, let the bullpen and the bats do their thing. And I like our chances to get a win today for sure. Let's see. But he knows that seeing Taylor starting. Taylor, yeah, there you go. 6 innings, BC. That's exactly where I'm at, brother. That's exactly where I'm at. Roy Estrada says NL MVP Ohtani, who kept team above water with Mookie, Muncy, Freeman, and pitchers got injured. Ohtani. Yeah, and I know there's a lot of talking points right now. People are just trying to, just like I said, create talking points, talking about Lindor. They were talking about Osuna. They were talking about guys who have a chance at winning the NL MVP. These guys have no chance. They have no chance to win NL MVP. It is going to be Shohei Ohtani. He's going to get to 50-50. It's never been done before in baseball history, right? He led a team that you mentioned without all those guys on the field. Constant injuries, not to mention the drama he had to deal with in the beginning of the season, right? Shohei Ohtani will be your National League MVP, and it might be unanimous. It should be unanimous, but you know how it is sometimes. But he should be your unanimous NL MVP for the 2024 season. Shout out to Lindor for what he's doing. Shout out for what he's doing on the defensive end. I understand all that. But what Shohei has done and what Lindor has done with this team rallying from being just the laughing stock of the National League, if not all of baseball earlier on in this season, to where they are now, where they're probably going to get a wild card spot. I believe they will. I still do not have him as the NL MVP because Shohei has done this for the entire season. Even when they got off to a late start and Dodger fans were throwing a fit about where's the home runs? Where's the home runs? Well, they they came in hot and then they came in steady, right? And he's at 46-46. He will get to 50-50 and more, and he will win NL MVP. And man, oh man, just hoping he wins World Series MVP. Let's see. Sunday says playback tonight. I'm not sure. Sunday. I'm gonna meet up with my parents tonight. I'm taking them out to eat. So I don't know if I'll be back in time for the game. Maybe if I get back, I'll be home. So maybe I was thinking about that earlier. But it's Monday Night Football tonight too, and then a Dodger game. So I'm not sure. I can't fully commit to it. But maybe you may see me up there. You may see me up there tonight. I just got to see what time I get back. And like I said, man, it's hot outside, so I definitely ain't going nowhere after I drop my parents off, because it's gonna be hot. BC says Lakers news, that Euro guy who turned them down. Nah, man, that wasn't even real, man. The Lakers even have an interest in him. But I'm taking a Laker break. You'll get a Laker break. You'll get a Laker video from me soon for sure. You'll get a Laker video from me soon. Let's see, Phillips back in form. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sunday, we get Phillips back. Hudson's got to get his act together. Joe Kelly's got to get his act together. We got Gratterall. We'll be back soon. Trinan's kind of looking like he's settled in. That Vessia is having. I don't feel like we're talking about Vessia enough. I feel he gets bashed and kicked when he's down, but I feel like I don't know where we'd be this season without the work that Vessia has put in this season. I felt that he has been incredible this season and steady. He had that one stretch where he kind of fell off a little bit because they were going to the well a little bit too often and he was burning out. And but I feel that he has had a very steady season and kind of been a mainstay in that bullpen and kind of like the patriarch of that bullpen this season. And it's good to see these guys, Phillips returning to form, Trinan looking to return to form, getting Kopech in there, who's been lights out, right? Like I said, Joe Kelly, Bazooka, these guys are going to be needed and counted on heavily. And I think you're going to see, whether it's Kershaw, whether it's Miller, whether it's Buehler, whether it's Gosselin, if he makes it back, Stone, like one of these guys, you're going to see in that bullpen as well, a couple of these guys. So it's gonna be important to see what these guys can bring to the team when they're in there, man. Biggio's gone, man. He gone. Sunday, Phillips still pitches with traffic, needs to have clean innings. Yes, 2 hits with no outs and got lucky in that double play. Yeah, you're right. He's got to have more clean innings. He's got to keep guys off the base pad. You're absolutely right there, Roy. But I think you also can agree that if you get in a mess but can get out of it, then there's value in that. It didn't, the wheels didn't fall off there, right? A little uncomfortable, but also gets him in some high leverage situations, and he got out of them. But little too close for comfort there. But I'd rather be in a jam and get out of it than be in a jam and that jam hurt you in the long run, right? Let's see. Dodgers prospect look great for Detroit. Sweeney. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of guys when you move these guys around. The Dodgers barely miss when they get those moves, when they get those trades, right? When they steal those guys, they barely miss. Sometimes they flip those guys, right? But it's almost like when the Dodgers are moving someone, teams are like scared, like what's wrong with him? Why are they giving up on him? They haven't been, other than like, you also you had the situation when they made the trade with Houston, right? And the Alvarez one for Fields, right? That blew up in our faces, right? But if you're paying Alvarez, you're not going to have a Mookie Freddie Ohtani situation, right? So while it blew up, it worked out for both teams as far as where the Dodgers ended up. But what I'm saying is they rarely miss on those, though. They rarely fail in trades. Craig, what's going on? Hello to you, Craig. Hope you're having a good one. I appreciate you. I was talking about Biggio Braves. Oh, Biggio Braves. Yeah. But or Hayward Houston. If you had your try, I'm still holding out hope, and I still believe it's going to be Dodgers Yankees in the World Series. But anything other than that, I think a Dodgers Astros World Series would be massive as well, because we know what happened in 2017. We know what that would mean headline wise, right? that would be massive. No way they can get away with cheating again here, right? So that would be a huge, huge series coverage wise. It'd be massive, and Dodgers can kind of like get some revenge on them there. But Yankees, Dodgers, World Series would be absolute box office dream for MLB. I would love to see that. I'm sure the Yankee fans would love to see that. Aaron Judge versus Ohtani, Juan Soto versus Mookie Betts, and then we got Freddie. So I think Teoscar. I think we got them, in that series. While the Yankees are very good and they can be very explosive, you got Giancarlo Stanton in there, but at this point in their careers, I take Freddie over Giancarlo right now. And I know you got Jazz Chisholm over there doing his thing, but I'll take Teoscar. Like, you know what I mean? So our pitching, they got Garrett Cole, but outside of that, it starts to dip a little bit. And their bullpen, especially their closing situation, now that they're going closer by committee there, which is never a good idea. I'm hopeful. I would love to see that matchup. I would love to go to a game both in LA and New York. That would be absolutely incredible. And I've never seen that in my lifetime, right? Where I could watch a Dodgers Yankees World Series and be part of that. I just think that would be absolutely incredible, and can't miss TV right there, man. Just must see TV. But shout out to you guys for tuning in. Like I said, we got Bueller going tonight. Cubs have been scorching hot as these LA streets are right now, and just waiting to see what happens next here, man. Sunday says, any Yamamoto updates? As far as I know, Yamamoto is pitching tomorrow, so that's the main reason I wanted to go tomorrow. So I believe Yamamoto is pitching tomorrow. I think they announced that already. Obviously, tomorrow's lineup isn't out yet, but everything that I've heard and seen is that Yamamoto will be making his return on the mound to Dodger Stadium tomorrow night against these same Chicago Cubs. And that's why I'm mainly going to that game. So initially was going to go to these games for 50-50 watch, even though Shohei did have another home run yesterday. I was hoping that he'd be at 47 going into this game, maybe 48. And then probably get it during this homestand, but expecting 4 home runs in a 3-game stretch. Possible, not impossible, but definitely isn't happening tonight. And so no sense to go to that game tonight in this heat. Tomorrow night, if he gets to watch him get 2 tonight and he gets to 48, then I'll be there tomorrow. And if he's at 48, man, even if he's at 47, and there's still a chance on Wednesday, and I'll more than likely be there Wednesday as well. But tomorrow for sure. Tonight, no. Wednesday's 50-50 right now. So, but Yamamoto is definitely looking like he is going to make the return to the mound tomorrow. And I'm thinking of doing so. I've got a lot of footage from when I've been going to games. So I've got a lot of footage. I just have to put some time together to do some editing. But I'm going to do some member only kind of like vlog style videos. Do walk around to the ballpark. Talking to some people at the stadium, trying to get on some field with some stuff. So a lot of those are going to be on member-only videos. So like I said earlier, for less than the cost of lunch, you can become a member for an entire month. Hit that join button in the description or on the channel. Then the link in the description to become a member. You're going to get some of those member-only videos coming very soon for the Lakers, for the Dodgers, and other things. So I'm going to become a member, and drop a like on the video if you have not done so already. And subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. We'd greatly appreciate it. But going to definitely do, I think you guys are going to like these vlogs, man. I'm going to do one basically where I go to the stadium way before the game, just kind of do a stadium walk around, maybe do a stadium tour, and take you guys along with me for that. I've done it before, but not on the channel. So may do that again. May do that at a couple stadiums if you guys like that. And it turns out to be something that the channel enjoys. May do that at crypto too, because being back in that area down when you walk down and in the tunnels there by where the Lakers benches and all that, where the Lakers locker room is, and there's a bar back there, the players family waiting area. Like I been back through all that and kind of show everyone what that area is. So that'll be coming soon. That'll be from members only on the channel. So go ahead, like I said, there's a join button on the channel, first link in the description. We have as little as I believe $3.99. Go and become a member to the channel. You can also hit the Cash App Empire Jeff. Greatly appreciated. Shout out to people who've been given Cash App, so I don't even know who they are. They're not someone who's like really in the comment section or in the chat. They're people that listen the following day or in the middle of the night, and they contribute. So appreciate you guys. You guys are greatly appreciative. Like I said, it definitely helps with the equipment on the channel, helps with games, and keep providing some of this access that I'm going to be doing here. So appreciate y'all. Yamamoto is back there Sunday. He's gonna be back to Monica's BC. Shorts have been man, it's been appreciate the shorts have been fire. Appreciate you. It's been hot, man. It's been hot. So I've been like, I didn't really get a chance to do a bunch of videos, but I try to, if I can't do a video and I'm going to the game, I try to hit you guys with some shorts. It's hard to do live streams at the stadium because I don't know if I'm gonna get caught up because they're playing like music a lot, right? And I don't want to get hit with a copyright strike. I don't want to get punished by Google and YouTube for playing copyrighted stuff. So the live streams while I'm at the game, or even just walking around the stadium, even if I'm not filming any gameplay, right? But as I'm walking around the stadium, like there's music playing, there's things going on, and I just don't want to get caught up with that. So I do a short before I'm going there. Maybe do it. So I've done some lives on the Uber on the way home, or when I was on the train. But the shorts, I'm gonna keep those coming. So I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you. But hopefully the Dodgers get this win tonight. Absolutely, much needed for sure. Got to keep this 1-game lead over Philadelphia. Got to keep that 4-game lead over Milwaukee and New York, and obviously keep the pressure on those National League West teams to make sure that even though I feel that division is a wrap, to make sure that there is no way that they could even make things uncomfortable for the Dodgers, right? Like, not at all. Like, I would love for the Dodgers. I predicted before the season started that the Dodgers would win this division by 10 games. I still think that's possible. I don't know if it's likely as what I predicted, but I still think it's possible that the Dodgers can win this division by 10 games. And I'm hopeful that they can win this division by 10 games. And I'm hopeful that they can win the National League and just Major League Baseball in general by 3 or 4 games. So we don't go into the final weekend of the season having to win all those games just to end up with the best record. So I think the Dodgers are looking at this and doing everything they can within their power to try to get separation now and try to get to a point where, they're not looking at the calendar. They're not looking at the schedule. They're not looking at live scores while they're playing to see who's doing what the final game or so of the season. And I think they're putting themselves in position to get the best record in Major League Baseball. So I appreciate y'all, man. Came on here for a little bit prior to the game. Maybe do a post game, may do playback. I don't want to commit to it and tell you guys I'll do it. Not 100% yet. Like I said, I'm going to take my parents out for dinner. When I get done with that, I'll get back. We'll see what time it is. Maybe I pop in an inning or so late. We'll go from there. But appreciate y'all. If you were in LA, stay hydrated, man. It is hot as hell out there today. If you're going to the game, enjoy it. If you're going to be at the game tomorrow, DM me. Let me know you're going to be there, or drop a comment. I will be there tomorrow for sure. 50-50 on Wednesday, man. So appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Go Dodgers. Let's get this win. Enjoy your Monday Night Football if you're watching, and I will catch you guys later tonight. Appreciate y'all. Stay safe.